One thing gardeners have in common is seeds. We love buying seeds, we love planting seeds, and we want to find the best way to store our seeds. And in today's video, I'm going to share the things to keep in mind when storing your seeds and then share my best tips for how to store your seeds. But if we haven't met before, my name's Angela from Growing in the Garden, and I love to share garden inspiration and helpful tips so you can be successful in your own garden. My first tip is to provide the best conditions for your stored seeds. The key to making seeds last longer is to avoid moisture, air, light, and warmth. The combination of moisture and warmth can bring seeds out of dormancy. The drier the seed, the better its viability. If a seed feels clammy, it will probably mold in storage. The optimal temperature range is between 32 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about 0 to 10 degrees Celsius. That's the ideal. The important consideration is that you want to keep your seeds at an even temperature. If you find that you're constantly getting into your seeds, adding seeds, taking out seeds, then storing them in the refrigerator or freezer is not a good idea because you're going to be changing the temperature of that seeds. If you're getting into your seeds a lot, room temperature might be the best way to store them so that they are kept at an even temperature. The next consideration is air. The less contact that seeds have with air, the better. If you think of it as if the seeds can breathe, then their lifespan is going to be less. You want to find a container that can be tightly closed. Light. Seeds will last longer if they are kept someplace dark. A cool, dark place is the best place to store your seeds. The next tip for storing seeds is to understand that different types of seeds have different life expectancies, and how a seed is harvested can affect the viability and lifetime of that seed. For saved seeds from your garden, a fully ripened seed will last longer in storage than a seed that did not fully develop on the plant before it was saved. Older, less viable seeds may still germinate, but it might produce a plant with less vigor. If you have questions about how to save seeds from different types of plants, I have an article on my website and a video on my YouTube channel all about it. When we talk about germination rate, what's the germination rate? Basically, it's the number of seeds that will sprout and develop out of 100. So if you have 100 seeds and you sprout them and only 80 of those seeds sprout, then you have an 80% germination rate. So the germination rate of seeds declines over time. Some seeds deteriorate more quickly than others. There are a few seeds that are very sensitive to storage and don't last long at all. Chives, garlic, leek, onions, parsnips, and turnips. Other seeds have a relatively short life expectancy, generally 2 to 3 years, if kept in optimal condition. Carrots, celery, corn, fennel, and spinach. Other seeds have a life expectancy of about 4 to 5 years. Corn salad, endive, lettuce, peas, peppers, radishes, Swiss chard, and beets. Our last set of seeds has a long life expectancy. If kept in optimal conditions, these seeds can last for 5 years or more. All of your cole crops like kale, broccoli, kohlrabi, cabbage, cucumber, eggplant, melon, squash, pumpkin, and tomato. Now that you have a basic understanding of what to avoid with your seed storage and how long seeds last, it's important to find a system that works for you. There are some really good ideas of ways to store seeds, but most important, it needs to be functional for your seeds. Some people have a large amount of seeds and they're going to need a more complicated system. Still others have a small amount of seeds. Storing seeds in glass jars is a great option if you just have a few seeds and a few types of seeds. But glass jars can take up a lot of room if you have a lot of different types of seeds. I have a lot of seeds and I need to be able to access my seeds easily because I do add to my seeds and plant my seeds several times throughout the year. The great thing about Arizona is that we can garden year-round. So I'm not just planting once in the spring. I'm planting all throughout the year. So for me, I need to have easy access to those seeds throughout the year. Be patient with yourself as you get your seeds organized and develop that habit of organization. The method that works for me is storing my seeds in these plastic containers in a large drawer. I really love being able to open up this drawer and look inside and see everything that I have and find what I need. I also have a holding area for seeds that I want to plant, and also for seeds that I need to put back in the containers, because I know me and I won't always put everything right back in right away. But my system allows for that. It allows me to have a little bit of flexibility to put those seeds back when I have a spare minute. You may not need an entire drawer. These containers also fit really well in a plastic storage container if you don't have quite as many seeds. This system took a little bit of time to set up, but now that it is, it's easy to keep it going. The next step is to label those seeds. However you have them stored, this is an opportunity to put some information about that seed right into your storage, so you don't have to look it up. Eventually, you'll have all that information stored right here. That will become second nature to you. Until then, labeling that seed container with as much information as possible will help you make informed decisions as you're looking at your seeds, and it'll make your life a little bit easier at planting time. I like to label my seeds, of course, with the name, and I'll group different types of seeds together. For example, all my lima bean types are together. All the bush beans are together. You may only have a package or two of beans, and so you won't need to do this. Label your seeds with whatever information is helpful for you to know. For example, on my seed labels, I like to include the planting dates and also the date of when I need to start that seed indoors. And that helps me know right away when I'm going to use that seed. And finally, it's important to create a system for using and rotating your seeds each season. What I like to do is keep the oldest seeds in the front of the container, and if I get new seeds, to put them in the back of the container. So that way I know which seeds to use first. You can also organize your seeds by planting date or planting season, like cool season crops, warm season crops. You can organize your seeds by different types of seeds. I like to organize my seeds into a vegetable category, a flower category, and an herb category. Whatever system works for you and will help you make the most of the space and time you have. I also have a holding area for seeds that I know I'm going to be planting soon. So when it's time for me to plant, it's easy for me to know exactly which seeds I'm going to plant. This is also helpful when it's time to plan your garden, that you have the seeds that you're planning on planting and you can determine how much of each seed to plant. I also like to keep a notepad, and if I find that I'm out of a certain type of seed or running low on a certain type of seed, then I will add that to the list, and then next time I make a seed order, I will be sure to order those seeds. It's important to know what you have so that you know what you have before you buy new seeds. I hope these tips have been helpful in your search for the perfect way to store your seeds. Do you have ideas or ways you store your seeds? Please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear them. Thank you so much for watching.